Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I have recorded a solo video for you with my reports. I have to tell you that the last 2 days are probably the first days that I am able to come out into public and don't feel ashamed, because my skin was going through some very serious cold sore. It was not pleasant. It's still healing, but a lot of it is gone, and I'm immensely grateful to have the skin back as I used to. So let's start with the news today. What I have for you? Well, let me tell you first and foremost, those of you who have not watched my latest live stream with Scott Ritter that we recorded, we had it on last Monday. I highly recommend you to watch it, because Scott gave a history lesson that I think a lot of us, those of us who know some of those facts, is good to be reminded of, and those of us who don't know many of the facts, it's good to get to know those facts. And I'm very grateful for my guests to bringing so much knowledge and sharing their wisdom with my audience, with you guys, with myself. So what I have for you today, this will be probably a shorter video since I'm getting back in my groove. One article, actually it's an interview, and this article is based on an interview that the Polish general gave to a Polish radio station. It's a very important article. I'm going to read you most of it with some statements that have been made. And how this will go, God only knows. So let me start with, well, the main I would say emphasis of this conversation was that Poland should be prepared for a long-lasting and bloody defense. That's what this general said. And who is this general? Let me read you here. So he is the chief of the general staff of the Polish army. That's right. And his name is Wiesław Kukuła. You will find the link to this article attached down below this video in the description box. It's from businessinsider.pl, Polish addition to Business Insider. Reservists, be aware. General announces massive changes. Well, so it looks like he's speaking for the government, right? In an interview with Polish Radio 24, General Kukuła spoke about the reform that the General Staff of the Polish Army is currently working on. Ultimately, the army is to consist of 300,000 professional soldiers, of voluntary basis military service, and the Territorial Defense Forces, which in Poland we called WOT, Wojsko Obrony Terytorialnej. That's what it stands for. The staff is working on a reform of the reserve. Quoting now General, "We are working on reform. We want to shift the focus from the passive reserve to the active reserve, which is permanently connected with military units, takes part in their lives and binds them to military service for many years." I hope you're okay with the sun behind me, because I like to sit like this, and it's a nice view anyway. Let's continue. The empowerment of the reserve will also entail a change in the quality of training and access to equipment. In the next 2 or 3 years, those will be huge changes in this respect, said the chief of the general staff of the Polish army, General Wiesław Kukuła, on Polish Radio 24. The military wants 150,000 people to be in the so-called active reserve by 2039. How they are setting up those dates, I wonder. I would like to know your opinion on this, okay? Leave in the comments down below how they come up with those dates. It is made up of persons who have completed military training and taken the military oath and are under 55 years of age, or in the case of persons holding the rank of non-commissioned officer or officers 63 years of age. Service in the active reserve is performed on the basis of an appointment for an indefined period of time. It reads the brochure of the Ministry of National Defense. The general pointed to the example of the Finnish Defense Forces, which in peacetime consists of only 31,500 soldiers. Like, why are we comparing this to Finland? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, I'm not an expert. Serving in the land forces, air forces and navy. That's what Finland has, 31,500. However, they can be efficiently reinforced with well-trained reservists, of whom those are 280,000. A long-lasting and bloody defense. This is the part of this article. That's what he said. General Kukua is of the opinion that reserve soldiers should be included in the size of the army. Quoting him now, "Today we are convinced that a possible war will be long, bloody, and most of the professional soldiers will not survive to the end." Let me read you this again, as if we don't know what they are planning. What a sentence, guys. Today, sorry, the wind. Today, we are convinced, they are already convinced, that a possible war will be long, bloody, and most of the professional soldiers will not survive to the end. Maybe I should use it for the title of this video. I mean, what statements, right? Encouraging, huh? Very much, isn't it? Move to Poland. It is the reservists who will be its main subject. They will finish it. That's what he says. We need to change our thinking, build a strategy of universal service that will equalize all forms of military service. To make the reserve soldiers become a subject, they will join the armed forces, they will be equipped like professional soldiers, trained on the same courses, including general studies. And the next chapter of this article, the next part of this article, massive changes. So, more from General. We are working on reform, as he said before. We want to shift the focus from the passive reserve to the active reserve, which is permanently connected with military units, takes part in their lives and blinds them to military service for many years. The empowerment of the reserve will also entail a change in the quality of training and access to equipment. In the next 2-3 years, there will be huge changes in this area. Unlike the passive reserve, we are not going to force people to show up for training. We will encourage them. I wonder how. To take up this form of service. What kind of encouragement? Please leave in the comments down below. It's not just about material issues, because many reservists expect changes in the system. I am convinced that they will respond positively to new assumptions. Oh, don't be so sure. Don't be so sure. What the population thinks about the bloody, long-lasting war. We will invite them and use the potential of voluntary service on similar principles that we have implemented on the territorial defense forces. Voluntary basic military service and territorial military service have been a success. Not because it was brilliantly designed, we just hit people's expectations. If there is anyone who have been to Polish Army and is watching my channel, please express your opinion if Polish Army hit people's expectations. We will be looking for highly motivated candidates who want to invest in themselves and serve their homeland. Are you sure you're serving Poland, or you're serving a homeland that is not your homeland, but is, as my grandmother used to say, far away across a big water? A big water. Like Winnetou, you know? So that's what you have, guys, those statements coming. I don't know why the year 2039 have been mentioned. I have no idea. But they have some plan. Is this going to be successful? I don't think so, but they are still trying. Meanwhile, I came across this article. This is just one topic. I'm not going to read you the whole article. China buys 135 billion pounds stockpile of gold. Yep, that's what's going on. 135 billion of British pounds stockpile of gold. There you have it. And meanwhile, we are focusing on the long-lasting bloody conflict and how to convince people that they will be serving their homeland. Guys, that's all I have for you. This is a shorter video because, like I said, I'm getting back. I kind of lost the momentum for a moment, but it's okay. I needed some rest. Tomorrow probably another video coming and scheduling my next live streams with great guests. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate when you hit this like, when you share the videos and you leave the comments down below. In the next videos I will be bringing your comments as I used to again. All the other platforms are down below this video. Locals, Instagram. You can join my mailing list free of charge. If you would like to support my work, you have PayPal, and you also have you can become the member of the channel, and if you choose to, you can donate to my fundraiser. That's all for today. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye guys.